right, welcome to Viewmasters. Let's get it right into it. We're gonna start out with two movies we watched this week.
Avengers Endgame and Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, classic Night of the Living Dead, the old black and white. Both are must-sees, right? We're gonna say that right off the bat. Both are must-see videos.
Yeah, they are.
Films. But we're gonna start out with Avengers. When you saw it, what was your first take? Like, what would you give it out of 10 views? What would you give it right off the bat? 10 views. And could you break down, like, what was it about the Avengers? Like, what scene stuck out to you most?
The foreshadowing in the movie with Iron Man.
Yeah, so we're going to start right from the beginning, I guess. You kind of have, like, two characters, right? You have Iron Man over here. He's floating out in space, and he's kind of giving up. He's kind of like, not giving up, but he's kind of like
accepting his fate.
Accepting that they're not going to make it. And then over there you have Hawkeye. And he's with his family, but that was just to establish where he was when it happened. And then so to elaborate into that, right, there's a lot of foreshadowing in this movie. And so with Iron Man, you kind of get the vibe like he could die because later on
he's
have him with his family. They're establishing his daughter and his kid. I mean, we were making a joke. His daughter got more screen time than Black Panther did. Like this, yeah, Iron Man's daughter did. So they were really foreshadowing like he's gonna die, you know. And it was kind of funny was when Doctor Strange, he asked Doctor Strange like, so in this scenario, do we all live? And Doctor Strange just looks at him like, sure, like yeah, like we all do. You don't, but he didn't say that, you know. And but there was a lot of that kind of stuff that kind of attached you to his life and made it kind of obvious to some of us that he was going to die, right?
He said there was one outcome out of so many combinations, out of so many outcomes, that there was only one. And he said that, he's told that to Iron Man.
Right. And, you know, you wouldn't tell him what it was, but he just said, you know, just trust me with what I'm doing. And that actually ended up with helping out the Hulk get the stone from
that lady.
Yeah, the timekeeper back before. And so she was like, you know, well, maybe if he gave it up in your universe. And by the way, there's going to be a lot of spoilers on this, so if you haven't seen it yet, it's kind of your fault, but also you might want to check back in later after you've seen it. But he tells her, you know, well, he gave it to us in our time zone, in our universe, so to speak. And so she's like, well, maybe I should give it to you. And so it was pretty interesting to see, like, you know, how one thing affected another, but how they were setting it up long in advance, right?
Right.
And it was pretty cool. I mean, actually, they've been setting up for movies, but I mean, just in the movie, you'll get a flashback to something you saw earlier.
Right.
And
previous movie.
In this movie, a scene that, like, your favorite scene for most people was the battle scene.
The battle scene was my favorite as well.
Okay. And so, what about it? Like, what part of the battle did you like?
Part of the battle was when Black Panther just came in and the whole battle just started. And when they helped out Captain America, he just said Avengers assemble, and that was it, and the battle started. That's what I liked.
Yeah, I know. I think most people feel that way. I think, like I said, for me, it was, you know, Doctor Strange opening up those portals, whatever they might be called in this movie, and you just see Black Panther just walk on out, and he's got all his people with him, his sister, and I forget the other lady, and it was iconic. I mean, it was great.
It was epic.
Yeah, and because he got so little screen time, like for him to have such a big moment too, kind of made you forget like he wasn't there for most of the movie, but he really did get a great moment, and that was really like, you know, kind of like got you excited for it, you know, because you see one side, he's already got all his guys, you know, they were all, and then all of a sudden this guy's like, oh, by the way, I got guys too, you know? And it's like I said, was it like the Autobots always like yell Autobots like transform or whatever they yell, like what he say? Avengers assemble, and it's just like you kind of get chills, you know, if you're a big movie person, a comic, and you know, you kind of like, I mean, like you feel like you're with them. You know,
you are
in a way, and it was really cool. What does the critics show? Anything you could take away from the movie that you didn't like?
When they died at the end, when Iron Man and Black Widow died.
A lot of people wish they could take that back. Like, but like we said, we knew, you know, and it's great. That's what's great about the plot is because, like, you know, they show you, like, even though you're doing the right thing, doesn't mean everyone's gonna make it out. You know, everybody doesn't get like
their happy ending.
The happy ending. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're still happy with the choice they made. You know,
right?
Because I mean,
they would, if they could do it over, they would do it the same way.
Right, and Black Widow is getting her own standalone movie soon, and Iron Man's going to be in it, so you'll get to see him again one more time at least. But you know, but I think they're happy in the decisions they made, because you see her, like, she made that decision to give her life, and
they're
also,
acceptable of the decision.
And Iron Man knew it could happen, and earlier in the movie we thought he, you know, not we thought he might, because they're not gonna kill Iron Man 2 minutes into the movie, but at the beginning you see Iron Man kind of resort himself, I don't know what the word is, to the fact he's gonna die. And so they were both okay with their decision, and it kind of made the plot, you know, okay, you know, to, like I said, they established it well, and it was great. And by the way, I'm not a big Scarlett Johansson fan. She was a great actor in this movie. I never thought she was a great actor before. Not that I didn't like it either, but I thought she was great in this movie. And so I'm excited to see her get another movie, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I have takeaways, things I didn't like. Ooh, I don't know, because it was great visuals, great, like I said, great acting, great plot. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch it. You know, again, we watched it one time together. I'll have to watch it again. And well, we went to the streets and found some other people, and we're gonna show you that. But first, we're gonna get into
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. George Romero directed, and off the bat, what would you give that movie out of 10 views?
8.
8 out of 10 views. Again, same. I'm gonna feel like the same I gave Avengers Endgame. I'm gonna give this one 8. And what was it about it that, like, is there a scene that stuck out to you?
When they mistook that guy for a zombie.
Yeah, at the very end, where that was kind of, like I said, we were saying earlier, like, you didn't like that because, for me, I saw it coming. Like, I was like, oh, they're, like, a couple minutes left in the movie, like, they're gonna kill this guy, like, these fools. And then sure enough, I was like, if I hadn't seen it coming, it would have been like, ooh, that's a good surprise. But for some reason, I saw it coming a mile away. It was like, and by the way, if you want to blame us for spoilers in this movie, you should have seen this one by now. You should have seen Night of the Living Dead by now. It ain't our fault if you get spoiled for this one. But it's a must see. And for me, I think a lot of people we talked to, their favorite scene was the very beginning, opening where they're in the cemetery.
They're
and
gonna
like,
get you, Barbara.
They're gonna get you. Yeah. And they didn't get Barbara. They got him. But you know, and it was like kind of early on you realized Barbara was going to be useless. I mean, right off the bat, you know, he tackles the thing off of her, and it's fighting him, and she's like, nope, I'm out of here. She ain't helping him. And at that point, you're like, oh my. So then Ben shows up, the guy who they end up killing in the end, and pretty much saves her, you know, and for that part of the movie. And he was my favorite, obviously. I think a lot of everyone's favorite, I guess, right? They kind of movie established him as the favorite character. Kind of takes control of the house. Kind of, you know, there's a little struggle for control, but really he's in control the whole time. The other guy just thinks he's part of the whole thing.
Right.
And, you know, but there was because of the other guy's attitude, there's no working together. So maybe he had great ideas, but Ben's not going to go with him because the guy was just a lunatic, you know. And they're hiding down in the house. You know, they don't even come up and help them when they're in trouble. So there's a lot of, like, great scenes that establish, like,
when they threw the fire, the whatever, in the street, and then with the zombies.
Yeah, they threw Molotovs out the window, and then they threw a flaming couch.
And then like, you didn't see the couch later on.
Right. Yeah. So like none of the grass burns up, none of the porch burns up. Like this thing's sitting right on the porch. Like how's the porch not burning up? There was a lot of crazy visuals that like obviously movies wouldn't do today. So that's the only thing I would take away from this is as a critique is the actual visuals, right? But for that time, I'm not gonna blame them. But like you'll see at some point there's a couple talking, and he's here, she's there. But then when they zoom in on him, now he's facing this way, and it's like, it throws you for a loop, you know? You're like, wait a minute, why was he was facing that way, but then when you zoomed in on him, now he's facing this way. And so there's kind of like that kind of stuff that I would give it an 8 out of 10, but because of how it opened up a whole genre, of zombies. And by the way, you watch a lot of Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like zombies.
You know how big the genre is,
right?
And what did it do for you when you saw it? Like, did you really?
I liked it. I liked the visuals. I liked just with the zombies. I like zombies in general.
Yeah, yeah, and it's great because it kind of shows how the original, like, the thought behind zombies. So when like she's full sprint, like full speed, just sprinting away, and it's kind of like just slow walking behind her, and every time you turn around, it's still somehow there. And like that's like a lot of people like have nightmares about that kind of stuff, you know, like because like every time the door's always locked or something, but no matter how fast you run, it's always right there. And it kind of, I don't want to say that was the first time to do that, but like for zombies, that's kind of been a big thing, you know, you always turn around, they're right there. And but they did open up, people will say there were other zombie movies before or things that people have done, but nothing just blew open the doors like this movie, right? Like, it opened up a huge thing. And by the way, this last 10 years have been huge zombie, a ton of zombie movies came out just recently. So it's not dead, and it's been great to see. So you give it 10. Anything else you could critique about this movie?
No, I give it an 8. What I can critique is that everyone died. Yeah. I didn't like that part.
It's a kind of occurring theme. She doesn't like it when the people die. So
when the characters die.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't like that for sure. But again, in the course of the story, like the couple who died in the truck when the truck blew up,
right.
You know, I don't think people, like, we knew they were going to die, but we didn't know they were going to die like that. Like, we thought they were going to overrun by zombies or something, but then they escape, but then they don't get out of the truck, and then, which I'm not sure why she never jumped out at any point, but whatever, I guess she had some, like, kind of Romeo and Juliet thing going on, with suicide pact to the end with him, I guess, you know. But it was, it was an interesting to see, like, how they eliminated each character, right? Because it wasn't like you saw every one of them coming. The other guy in the house, Ben ended up having to kill him, right? So he didn't even get killed by the zombies or the fire or anything. And did you have a favorite character?
No, just Ben in general.
Ben? Yeah, I think he's everyone's favorite. It's a must-see. Again, 8 out of 10 views for me, 8 out of 10 for her. Avengers Endgame, 8 out of 10 for me, 10 out of 10 for her. So it's one of the greatest movies for her, top, and that's a good recommendation. So I think you should definitely go watch it. But if you don't like our reviews, we're going to take you out to the streets now and take a look at what some other people said, and you're really going to enjoy this.
Yes, you are. So tune in.
How y'all doing, guys? It's your boy Josiah up next, and you are?
Pal.
Man, here at Viewmasters, man, we discussing movies, man. We gonna get a viewpoint on the Endgame. You saw the Endgame?
Yes, I did.
All right, give us your master viewpoint on the Endgame.
Endgame, well, it was a great movie. Really wrapped up that whole all they've been working up to, that whole MCU.
Yeah.
I really appreciated what they did with the characters.
Okay.
You know, like every movie, it's so long, you're bound to have, like, you know, some little things that people don't like, but as a movie, I think, you know, they worked really hard on it and they got something really good out of it.
All right, what's your your most great part of the movie?
I mean, probably when those two sides just sort of appeared to each other. You know, Thanos had his whole squad up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Captain America's just like, all right, let me bring my squad up. And he's like, and they all pop in. I appreciated that.
All right. Yeah, man. Hey, this is Viewmasters, man. It's your boy Josiah up next, man. We have Viewmasters. Your name again is?
Pal.
Man, shout outs to Pal, man. Thank you for coming, man.
Hey, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
But yeah, it was emotional because I came from Iron Man, the first one. You know, I'm a real big Marvel fan. And, you know, with the passing of Stan Lee, it was just crazy seeing all the characters in the end game. You know how the story just came about. Man, look, Doctor Strange came through crazy, dog. Look, he came through crazy. Black Panther stood up. You got a black Captain America. Thor gave old girl the Asgard. She black as hell. You know what I'm saying? We doing this, right? But no offense to other races, but I just like where they going with the Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying? And then Tony passed the torch to Shorty. Come on now, you know what's going on with Spider-Man. So it's only right that Tony passed him the torch with the technological advancements that they got going on. So man, I just can't wait to see where they go with Marvel, man. And I loved it.
And I got Walt here with me. Walt, you saw it how long ago?
It was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and so right when it first came out, about that time.
Yeah, definitely.
So right off the top, what was anything that really stuck out to you from the movie?
I'll definitely say a movie that can make me cry and laugh at the same time definitely gets my vote. So, like I said, with me going back with Tony dying, that kind of hit me a lot. So, yeah, me watching all the Iron Mans, that hit me. So, him and Black Widow dying, that got me. So, but at the end of the day, it was a great movie, though.
So you've been a fan from the start. You've been watching them all, and they didn't really drag out the Scarlett Johansson scene a lot, but it still hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, it definitely did. How both her and Hawkeye were going back and forth to try to see who would sacrifice each other. That was definitely a good scene for me. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it was a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, she was actually one of my favorite actors in this movie. And then off the top, how many views would you give this movie out of 10 right off the bat?
I'd definitely give it a 12.
12 out of 10. So that's going to kind of bump the rating a little bit, but the average. But thanks for stopping by, Walt. Anything you could say, because this is a critique show, is there anything you could critique about the show that maybe you would change or maybe you just didn't like from what you saw?
No, actually, no, not really. No, I can't.
Really enjoyed it. It was a great movie. Like, who wouldn't? All right, well, that's going to take it from here. But thanks a lot for your time. And, yeah, oh, my bad. Who knows what we're doing? Yeah.
And we're here right now for the end game. How you doing, Zuri?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We want to give, what's your master view intake on the end game?
Phenomenal. Like, it was really, really good. I think it was part of the crowd that I was in too. Like everyone in the movie theaters was just like reacting at the same time, at the same things, and it was really good. It was an amazing movie.
What's your best part?
My favorite part at the end, of course, when like, you know, Thanos comes back and then like he comes out with the ship and like he's in their new universe or like in the future. Yeah. And then when Captain America like, you know, the lightning bolt like comes in and then he like has that new power and then he just like goes in. That part kills. It was good.
Okay, now give us your master rating from 1 to 10.
25.
25?
Yeah,
wow.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Like I went back to go see it the next day.
Definitely.
It was
that's
good.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming, love.
No worries.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, it's your boy Josiah up next, and we have the Viewmaster, man. Stay tuned, man. Let's get it. We're doing in the movie today, Night of the Living Dead. What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Jordan.
Man, say hi to Jordan, man. Hey, Jordan, we give us your master viewpoint on the Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, I think it's a great movie. You know, it definitely is held out through time. You're talking about the original, the black and white.
Classic.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, you know, they're coming to get you, Bob. I mean, it's like, that's great. You can't beat that. It started a whole genre, man. It started a movement. Yeah. We wouldn't be anywhere without it.
Yeah. And what's your best part of the movie?
Oh man, I really like the opening. You know, right before the zombies all show up. Yeah. That's really, I think, you know, it really sets the tone. It like really kind of like freaks you out. And then they're all boarded up, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember they all get, you know, kind of boarded up in this house. Yeah, and that's I mean that's really cool too. But I really like the beginning because I think it just sets the tone.
Definitely, with her and her brother.
Yeah, right. Where because he's not actually a zombie, right? Yeah. He's just sort of like trying to freak her out, but it totally like, you know, it gets me every time when I see it. I'm like, whoa, you know, I'm scared now.
Hey guys, man, that's a viewpoint. Hey, look, out of 1 through 10, man, give us your view rating on it. Your master.
Oh,
view
solid
rating.
8, solid 8.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely. When it comes to me, my top is Dawn of the Dead. I gotta say, Dawn of the Dead for me, that's like a 9 or a 10. Because I really just like the mall when they get on Dawn of the Dead when they're in the mall.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. But no, I mean, yeah, Night of the Living Dead, solid 8. Changed the genre. George Miller, masterful.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, there you have it, man. Master View, boys, your Joyce Sire up next. You have it. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, dude.
Hey, so in this segment of Viewmaster, we're going to review some trailers. 5 this week. Which 5 are we going to see this?
John Wick, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, Brightburn, Aladdin, and Godzilla.
So some big blockbusters there, and where this segment is brought to you by Viewmaster. It's called Flick Picks. We're gonna give you our pick, which flicks you should go see, spend your money on. A few of them been out for a couple days. The other 3 coming out soon, and we've seen the trailers, but we're excited to go see it in theater too, and we'll tell you which one we're gonna share. All right, well, we're going to hop right in. We're going to start off with Detective Pikachu. It's a Pokemon movie with, I believe, Ryan Reynolds. And this is the second trailer they came out with. So we're going to hop right in and give you a take on that.
I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
We're gonna do this, you and me.
There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope.
Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
In my head, I saw that differently.
All right, so I really enjoyed that trailer for Pikachu. How about you?
I thought it was nice. I
Is
thought
that
it
the
was
first
funny.
time seeing that one for you?
Yes.
Yeah, so
That is
that's
the first
actually, we were saying that's the second trailer. There's two of them they came out with. The first one gives you like a focus from the viewpoint of the boy, but this one was more from Pikachu, him coming into the story and his start and all that stuff.
Yes.
You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it a lot.
What was your favorite character, I guess? Was it Pikachu or the boy?
Pikachu, because he was adorable.
Yeah,
Cute.
Ryan Reynolds. Definitely it's funny. It's definitely a funny movie.
It's hilarious.
Might not be the funniest version of Ryan Reynolds, but it's definitely the cutest version of Ryan Reynolds you'll probably ever see, I guess. But yeah, right off the start, you jump right in the trailer with Pikachu, and they're kind of like bringing him into the story, and then how he involved with the kid.
Yes.
And how he obviously is the only kid who can talk to these things.
The only one that can understand him.
Yeah. What did you enjoy so much about Pikachu or the movie itself, Detective Pikachu?
The stylized action, the comedy, just the adorableness of the mime and the Pikachu.
Yeah, and then anything that you could like look at that you were like, ooh, I don't know, I'd change that. I wouldn't maybe.
No.
No, I thought his tail. Like, did you see his tail look like just a piece of paper hanging on the back of him?
Yes.
I don't know.
I thought he's cute.
Yeah, I thought maybe it should be. I don't know. I don't know enough about Pokemon though, so I can't say for sure. But to me, it looked like as fluffy as he was, he should have had like a fluffier tail and not just like a cardboard thing waving in the back. But no, yeah. Other than that, I think it was a great movie. We're gonna give our take on it in a second, and then we're gonna let you know which one we liked. But we're gonna hop right into John Wick here. And check it out, John Wick 3, Parabellum.
Do you expect him to make it out? A $14 million bounty on his head. And everyone in the city wants a piece of it. I say the odds are about even. Doc, 5 seconds.
John Wick, excommunicado in effect in 3,
2,
1.
And away we go.
To follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly
cause. Sophia? We're not going in like the old days. Just a conversation.
Nothing's ever just a conversation with you, John.
the unreachable
So we just got back from watching John Wick 3, Parabellum. A little way more intense than Detective Pikachu by far.
Yes.
But also still added that level of comedy where you had, you know, him. We talks about the dog, and she's like, all this for a dog, and he's like, You know, it wasn't just any dog.
It wasn't just any puppy.
They've almost made like an entire series about the dog. I mean, pretty much that's where it all started, kind of. But yeah, definitely a must-watch. Is it going to be our top pick? We'll see. But after this, we're going to hop right into Brightburn, which is going into the horror genre. And so John Wick just came out, and so still definitely go see it if you get the chance. We're not going to tell you don't go see it. All these are great movies picked for a reason. But yeah, I'm excited to watch this next trailer, and we're going to get right into it. It's Brightburn. Little kid apparently is a superhero for evil.
Whatever you've done, I know there is good in you.
Request for backup! Immediate help!
No!
Hurry! Come to the sound of my voice!
You're safe now.
Brightburn.
I wanted you good, Mom. I do.
So, Brightburn. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, do you watch a lot of horror?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so as horror goes, this one's pretty intense, right? Like you would still go see this. Like it's not like just another knockoff. This is they look like they did a really good job with it.
Yes.
And he's not just bad. Like this kid has like superpowers.
Yes, he's kind of like a superhero, but doing like bad things, wanting to do good.
Right. So a little scary. I mean, you know, especially if you're sitting in theater and there's all, you know, you just that's gotta scare you. But definitely still a must see. Any takeaway from it that you thought you saw, like that really made you want to go see it?
That he had red eyes, that he was flying, that he was flying up in the air, mostly.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know, but he said that at the end, you know, Mom, I want to do good stuff. I'm like, kid, you just killed a cop. You ain't coming back from that. But we're gonna hop right into the fourth movie. It is Aladdin with Will Smith. It's gonna be instead of a cartoon version, it's gonna be live take. It's gonna be great. So we're gonna start that for you.
They're over there! Get them! Stop! Thief! You three get back here! Stop that boy! He's on the roof!
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders.
Bring me the lamp.
Great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
I'm kidding. Watch this.
Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in make me a prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Y'all see my palace?
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time. Really? I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust me?
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star.
right, so our fourth trailer of Quick Picks, Pick Flicks. I messed it up now because earlier I said we're doing a quick take. Aladdin, the live version, Disney movie, obviously. What'd you love about Aladdin that you saw from this trailer that would make you want to go see it in theater?
When the genie popped out of the lamp, which was Will Smith, I liked the special effects of it. Like when he rubbed the lamp, the guy rubbed the lamp and he came out, he popped out.
Yeah, so this is my first time seeing the trailer. I don't know about you. I thought the movie was like about Will Smith. It's not. There's the main character who's, I believe, is Aladdin, I guess. Aladdin is the genie. I don't even know. But Will Smith, it was great. And then, he's like you said, he's big at the beginning. And then all of a sudden later on, he's like a normal-sized person. He's still kind of floaty down underneath. But I don't know. But I guess other people just don't see that. And maybe, who knows. But, yeah, and it was interesting because it's he's kind of like giving him a take on like what wishes he should make. Don't just make a wish. And it kind of like translates to life, too. I mean, in a way, even though it's a Disney kind of a jokey movie. And but
I like the musical part of it.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was a musical, but I guess it's Disney. That's when I realized, this must be Disney. But, because, I never grew up watching all these. But
I did when I was a kid.
Okay.
I used to watch the animated version of it.
So I thought it was great. The one reason I would go see this one in theater is because of the visuals, the colors. By the way, those dresses they wear over there, and I'm assuming India, I don't know, the movie,
They're really nice.
setting. Yeah,
really
my
colorful.
Goodness, like who doesn't wish they could get married over there, right? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, the colors, the visuals, the special effects, great. That's the reason you should see it in theater. On big screen, would just blown up would be amazing. But we'll get into whether it's our final pick or not at the end. But first, we're gonna get into our fifth movie, which is Godzilla, the new one coming out. He's gonna save the planet again. We're gonna check it out. Check it out with us though, as we give you a reaction.
What we are witnessing here is the return of Titans.
How many of these things are there?
17 and counting.
That's messed up.
Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah.
Oh my. They're moving like a pack. They're hunting. They all respond directly to an alpha. We stop this Ghidorah. We stop them all.
Is there another creature that might stand a chance against him?
My God. Zilla.
Our planet will perish, and so will we. Unless we set Godzilla free.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's bring him in for a beer. No, this time we join the fight.
Run.
This is Godzilla's world. We just live in it.
Damn right.
Well, it's the last part of the show, and we're gonna actually give our flick picks. Are you ready? You know which one you're gonna go with. Don't tell me yet. Don't break it.
Okay.
But you ready?
Yes,
you excited
I am.
about it?
Yes.
And we're probably gonna go see quite a few of these in theater ourselves, but we're gonna give you one that you should definitely check out. And who knows? Might be different. Might be the same. We don't know yet. I haven't told you. But we're gonna start off. We saw Detective Pikachu, Pokemon. I keep trying to say Pokemon, but it's Detective Pikachu. And then we saw John Wick 3, Parabellum.
John Wick 3, Parabellum, Aladdin,
Brightburn.
Brightburn, and Godzilla.
And then Aladdin, and then Godzilla. And so, like we said, you can go see them all anytime now because a few of them are already actually out. So, your final pick, your Viewmaster point, what would you say you'd give the most views to that you would go see? Which movie in theater?
John Wick 3 Parabellum.
John Wick 3. Okay, that's actually a surprise because I did not see that coming. I thought maybe you'd say Pikachu or you know, but all great movies. I personally want to say Godzilla, but the storyline. I don't know if you saw. They did a show with Rampage with the Rock.
No.
Same storyline where they all are going to one spot, and so I don't know, kind of. And now in theater, this is definitely a movie you have to see in theater because Godzilla looks amazing on the big screen.
Yes.
But we just had the Meg. They just had a new Jaws movie. They just had Pacific Rim, King Kong. Like all these movies just came out. So I don't know if I want to see another big. I definitely want to see it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make that my final pick. I think I'm gonna have to go with John Wick 3 Parabellum. I think this is supposed to be probably the best one of the John Wick movies.
Yes.
If you're looking for some comedy, go see Pikachu. If you're going on a date, maybe or taking the kids out, go see Aladdin. But final pick, if you're just going to see a movie for just to enjoy a great movie, yeah, John Wick 3 Parabellum. I'm gonna give it the most views, and it looks like we agree on this one. But
yes, we do.
Of course, Brightburn. If you're looking for horror, definitely go check out Brightburn.
Yes.
They did a great job with that one. This guy has all the powers, not just few. But definitely final pick for our flick picks this week. And we're going to wrap it up here on Viewmasters. But check it out, John Wick 3 Parabellum. By the way, you're in luck. It's already out. So it came out last weekend. Hey, so thanks so much for tuning in to Viewmaster one last time. This is our first shoot, so I'm excited to see where we go from here. By the way, check out our next show. We're going to be uploading more videos, so definitely like, comment, subscribe, share it, and definitely comment. Like, let us know, if you went to see these movies, if, what you thought about them. Don't spoil it for everyone else, but, let us know some things, and whatever you want to say, of course, is free. But we're on the next show. Who knows? We might have an extra guests. And so definitely stay tuned for that because, you always want to hear what they have to say. And also, we're going places. I mean, look at this. We got a mic on our second shoot, and we didn't have that before. So we're definitely going places. We hope you go with us. Thanks so much. And this is Viewmasters, and we're going to definitely match